Hello and welcome to Spy Money. I've got my account pulled up right now and I am in a future short. It is a micro GC, which is a gold. And I let this run overnight. I didn't want to get in a mini last night because there's so much money involved that it could have spiked up, and you really got to watch a mini. So what I ended up doing is getting in a micro, and I just let it run all night. And micro, you only get like $5 a point on it, but as you can see right here, I ended up right now I'm at almost $400 right now. I've got my sell right here, and I'll show you why I've got my sell here. We can go back in here. See, there we go. So I've got my sell there because of this purple trend coming down. To make it look a little, stand out a little more, let me change the color for you. And I've got it to where it'll come to here. Now it actually went through the weekly fib of the 618. Normally that's where I sell, but it's been in a pattern. So I went ahead and changed it. It's getting ready to sell right now. So you can actually watch this live. It's Monday morning, doing a Monday morning brief, and I was just going to show some of y'all as far as like trading and futures and stuff. We have a course that's coming out. It should be done today, and I'm going to post it on YouTube as soon as I get the course ready and show you how to go to it, log in, go ahead and sign up for it. And there it just sold. So we just made see here, $353 on that. So that was a pretty good deal. See how it come down and hit this trend, and now it's going to probably bounce up and just take off up through here and go to the top trend. So let's look at this. So this is how I trade on a daily basis, is why I chart out everything. So we hit there a while ago, and now we hit here. It may keep on going, but it very well may go ahead and come back up, toward this trend here, as far as the channel. And I set my sell just above where that is. You can't always get the bottom, and I'm not looking for the bottom. I'm just looking for, to make me a little happy about my trade. As you can see there, it come down, busted through. I had my sell right here, and then it come through, got it, and now it's coming up. So see, I picked almost the bottom, almost, and now it's going to come on up. More than likely, this will probably keep on going up. Now I'm still in a GC put, a gold put, so it's a mini, and I'm in a put on it, so I'm still making money on it in a put. And even if this comes back up, I'm fine with it, because if it does keep on dropping, see there, now it just dropped. So I could have made a lot more money, but what you have to do is you have to think about your patterns and so forth. So we just busted through that. This is the 618, as you can see. That's the 618 fib, which is usually the green one, like up here. But that's the 618 based on the 15-minute. So it ended up selling down through there, but I'm still making money, but I'm making it on the gold future put. But I wanted to show you how I use these patterns. And as far as future trading, I've got a course. It's going to be $199, and you can take it. It goes from A to Z on how to trade futures and what futures are and so forth. So that is going to be something that would actually work out good for you. And so let's go back into the market recap and come back over here. See, there's Clorox. We're adding that one to our list, and I'll explain in a bit. Last night we had a halt on the market. So let's go back to a 15-minute time frame. And the halt went up last night, sold off, come down, hit the halt level, and now we've just stayed right there all night. I believe that we're supposed to open, or the market's supposed to open at 9:30 this morning. I think. I'm not 100% on that. I've heard some mixed information on that, so I don't want to say that we will. But my understanding is it's 9:30. When we open, will it sell off or will it go up? It's hard to say, but more likely we'll probably pull back. I'm thinking, and I thought this yesterday, that well, actually even Friday, I think that we'll pull back to the bottom trend. Now this little pump right here, we've lost, well, we had like 315 points that we went from here to up here, and then, that's in one day. So I knew that we wouldn't continue to rally on up. I thought we'd pull them back. But we've got this other channel here, this purple one. So we've got that channel, and then we've also got this trend. Since we're all the way through here, due to the halt, I'm not sure if this channel will actually come into play anymore or not. I'm going to leave it there, and the reason I'm going to leave it there is because when this thing does take off, it may get back into that channel. So we'll find out. I was actually thinking this last night would actually come down, touch this channel, and then maybe even this one, this trend line, and then it would just bounce back. That's what I was thinking. So now I'm not real sure what it's going to do. All of my stuff is long, so it won't really matter to me if it comes down a little bit or whichever. Anybody that's got puts in it, that'll let them get some money, and then let's just see it rally tomorrow, today or tomorrow. Will it? I don't know. With all the businesses and everything shutting down, but the government, what they're doing with the interest rate cut down to 0, and then the government actually putting money into it, I think they will probably go ahead and put more money in it today. So if they put more money in it today, that's going to cause it to spike up. And I'll just ride the coattails of it until they get all this consolidation done. When all the consolidation's done, then most people can go ahead and get back to the bull market. So this right here is just all temporary. I don't think that we're going to drop down. Some people say 2,000 or whatever. I just don't believe that. I believe that if we go back to our trends, we follow our trends, our patterns, I think this is where we're going to stay. Right now we're still above this trend line. We did pop down, but we end up coming back up. So if you look right there, let's see here. So we just hit a gold just dropped some more. So, but I think that if we hit, I think when we open, I think there's a chance that we'll come down and hit this and then pop back up. But we'll find out later. So let's go back to gold and see what happened. See, it ended up coming down. It hit a target alert that I had. And if you look right here, I've got more alerts. One here, one here. And I wish I'd have stayed in that a little bit longer, but I thought that it would actually pop up. But I'll tell you what we may end up doing. Since that's dropping out, let's see here. I'll get back in. See, we are at 1469. Let's see, get back to the middle. It jumped up there once. Let's see if I can get back in that short right there and just let it ride some more. I missed it. I'll wait on it. It'll come back up. So I'll get back in that one and then see if we can make some more money. So got me live trading this morning, and so GC gold, I believe, is in a downward pattern, and with gold selling off, I believe that will make the market go up, because usually when the people will pull money out of gold, and when they do that, they put it right back into the market. So let's see where we are with that. I can move that down a little bit. I'd like to get in it. We just get one little pop up. There we go. So now we're filled. So now I'm back in the trade, and then I can get back to their charting here. So I believe that gold will end up selling off for quite a while, and I'll show you where I think we're actually going. Let's see, the weekly, can't do the weekly. Yeah, the weekly I can do that. So gold, I believe, is going back down to this bottom pattern right here. So that's the area that I'm actually looking for, and I'm holding those puts for a longer time. Right now I'm up over $1,900 on puts that I bought, actually one put that I bought on Wednesday, so, or Thursday. I bought it on Thursday, and so I'm already up over $1,900 on that. So I'm going to hold it all the way down to right here. So that's where we're going with it. So let me open this back up and show you more. Alright, so here is the weekly or the daily, You can see it just keeps on coming down. It may go ahead and pop back up a little bit, but I think it's probably just going to keep on selling off down to here. That's really good in the sense that we will have a rage into the market. So with having gold coming down like this, that is why I think that we will continue to sell off. With it selling off, then I think the market will go up, because that's usually what happens. So let me go back over this trade. Let's see. It come up a little more. I should have held right up here, but anyway, I think this will continue to sell down a little bit. So now we go into natural gas. Natural gas is it's been selling off a little bit since the market did. As soon as this market gets turned around, that's going to come back. If we go back to our daily and look at that, we're still shooting for this point here. That's where I'm actually going. You can see that the 15 is curling up there a little bit. We had a bad sell-off on last night, so it actually pulled back. I'm okay with that. This is just going to be a small little pullback, and then it's going to take off again. I don't see it dropping all the way back down to here. I don't see it happening. So it very well may, but I think that after today or maybe tomorrow, the market's probably going to start taking off. Then we go back into the Qs. The Qs sold off. And let's see, let me look back at a 15-minute. Okay, so the Q's sold off to right there, then it hit the circuit breaker. So it's on halt too. So again, that's going to be following the same thing I said on ES. And if we go back into oil, or crude oil, it sold off pretty much all night. I believe, from what they've said on the news, they're not going to allow this crude oil to keep on doing that. They're actually going to be pumping more oil over to help compensate all this. So I believe that we're going to reverse on this. I wish I'd got in a put last night. I got in some calls right here, so I was up on it, and then now I'm down just a little bit, but it'll be fine. This will turn around. These are long calls I've got. And the one thing about your plays is that you need to play it for what you're going to have 60, 90 days away. That's the way you need to do your swings and stuff. You don't want to buy a week expiration and then expect to swing it overnight or whatever. If you do that, you'll probably end up going to lose money. So then we have the dollar. Dollar ended up selling off a little bit last night, and it's come back, come down, bounced off this support, and then it's coming back up. So the dollar may go ahead and continue up on this one. And then the Dow Jones we can't see yet, but I'm sure that it's sold off way down here. Going to Apple. Apple is dropped down last night, and with it dropping down, it depends on what the market does. You can already see it's already curling down here. It's trying to come back up. So we will know more about that. I'd say probably noon today is when you're going to really know what the market is going to be doing. This morning, it's hard to say. It may rally up real hard with this big old sell-off, because this is a great buying opportunity. It was a great buying opportunity over here. It's going to be another one here, so it's about the same money for where it was. So we're still consolidating sideways. Then we have AMD. AMD, same thing. It dropped down, but we still have, if you change this one to there, you still have at this moment a higher low than here. As long as we keep making higher lows, I'm okay with it dropping down like this, because when it comes up, it'll just drop down a little bit higher than what it was here. So you're going to have some consolidation. Anytime you have a reversal in the market, you have consolidation, and that's where we are right now. You can see AMD just popped up really good right there. So that's a good sign that we are going to move forward on it and go up. BA dropped down again. Everything dropped last night. But again, you can see the buyers are coming in. Right there, your MACD's turning up. So again, all of the markets are showing the same thing. They're showing that the buyers are coming in. And then we have Carnival Cruise Line. Again, buyers coming in. The market is halted right now, but as far as the S&P 500 future, ES, it's halted. But all of the other stocks are starting to turn up. That's all a good sign. And we have COX. I'm getting in calls on this. I've already put an order in for it. You can see there. I put an order in for it, so whenever it opens up, hopefully I can get it filled. And I think I went July. I went to July 17th, 210 calls. That's what I'm buying. And if I get that, I think over a course of a month or so, I should be able to get about a 500% return on that. So I'm going long on that. It may drop a little more this week or whichever. If it does, that's fine. But I just want to get in the trade because I'm looking long term. And Disney dropped, but it's actually rallying right now, just like the other stocks. So anybody that got in puts, back over in here somewhere, may not do very well on Disney. Disney is shutting down, but they have a lot of capital and so forth, and it's already at a buy. This usually runs 140 to 150 in that range. So whether you buy it here at right now it's increasing as we talk. Say $94 a share, that's huge. I mean, that's going to be making a lot of money. So the people that have the trillions of dollars are coming in, they're stepping up and they're buying up the market. So will you get any money off your puts today? Probably, depending on where you are. But be careful with that, because I believe that we're, again, right here's the low, here's the higher low. Until we make a lower low, I'm convinced we're in the bull market. So I'm still bullish. Then we have 3M. 3M I'm very disappointed in. With the government buying the 30 million masks a month from them, putting that order in, you would think this company would have exploded, but it hasn't. So I've got I bought calls in it a week ago or 2 weeks ago, one or the other, and then I bought averaged it down last week on Thursday or Friday, one of the two. I think it was Friday. So I've got it averaged down. They are long-term calls, so I'm not feeling bad about those at all. This one is actually coming down. It's actually hit the support line of this, so it's actually double bottom right now. So hopefully with this double bottom, that will excite it and take off. So hopefully it don't make a lower low. If it makes a lower low, then this may be a dead call. NVDA, again, higher low. All these have the same exact pattern. And as long as it keeps on going up, that'd be great. I think that today is going to be probably your last buying opportunity to get stuff cheap. So Roku, same thing. Roku, I'm not real... With China opening up the operations and stuff, we should be fine on this one. So Roku is probably going to be calls, but I don't know if I'd jump in on Roku right now. I think I would just kind of keep it neutral and not do calls or puts on it. I think I would just leave it alone until it shows what it's going to do. It looks like, being a higher low, it looks like it's probably going to go on up, but it's not that much of a higher low. If you look right there. So you're only, just that little bit there. So this could easily drop down into that today. If you're in puts, you need to get out of your puts. Space, I end up having a put on it. I sold it Friday. I sold my put right in here, or maybe it was over here. One of the two. I sold my put on it, and I'm glad I did. I ended up getting in some calls on Friday. I think that when this all gets leveled out, that's going to be a good one to hop in. We're down. Originally, I was thinking maybe $6, but now we made a lower low. So there's a chance that this is probably going to sell off all the way down to that $6. So once we open, if it starts going that way, I'll probably go ahead and buy some puts as well. And then I'll ride those puts down, make the money there, which will cover me on the money I have on the calls. And then when it gets reversed, then my calls will take place. When my calls get to, when space gets up to $16, then my calls are going to be worth a lot of money. And then over that will be even more. So I'll be fine on it. I will hedge it probably today, though. Then we have SPY. SPYs end up coming down. It's actually halted because of ES. It doesn't move. So it's actually where it was as of last night. So that one's going to stay right there. And actually it's showing movement. But it is still halted, ES is. I don't understand how that's moving, because this is based off from the ES. So I don't know how that was showing any kind of movement. It might just be a computer glitch. Then we have TLT. TLT, I'm not real sure what's going to happen with that. I've never really traded bonds until the last week, so I'm not real sure how all that works. I read up on some of it in the on the Google, and it showed that if your interest rates go down, bonds will go up, and this is a 20-year Treasury bond. So I'm not real sure how that's going to work. I've got puts in it. I'm hoping that it continues to sell off. By looking at this, it probably will sell off. I don't know, so I can't really comment so much on that. I know when the market goes up, Treasury bonds go down. So we'll just have to wait and see. I know that it was down here and it gapped up because the market sold off last night, but then it's just gradually sold off. So it looks like everybody's pulling money out of gold and out of Treasury bonds, and they're going to be putting it back into the market. That's what it looks like. So Tesla is sold off real bad. We had talked about this actually coming down and hitting that 476 range before. It was going to be in the 400s. So we've been talking about this a long time. I ended up buying calls on it on Friday, and because it was actually moving with the market. So I would think that this right here is probably our bottom on that. I don't think it'll go much further than that if it does. So I think right now it's a buying opportunity. And long term, I wouldn't do anything short term on it, but I would on the other. And then you have VIX. VIX is selling off, which is great. This was on Friday, and now we're coming up on today, so we'll see what happens. It'll probably shoot back up. Walmart ended up selling off, coming down to here, and we're on that bottom trend. So I think that this right here will actually make it pop up. It's going to go with the market. I still have a lot of hope on Walmart. And then we come back to ES. As you can see, it is still in a halt level. So we'll see what happens with that. So gold, it ended up coming back up here, and it's probably going to reverse and just come right back down. So I think gold, yeah, right there it is. So I think gold is going to just keep on going, and we should be fine on it. And I'm still in the short. I still have my gold put, and like I said, I'm up over 1900 on my gold put since Wednesday. So we'll check back in. I might do a midday recap today, and then we'll do our recap this evening and see what's going on with the market. Until then, I think that gold puts, the market, I'm not real sure what to do with it yet. I think me personally, I'm probably just going to start buying more calls on it. I believe in the market. I believe it's going to be bullish, and it might not be today, it might be tomorrow, it might be a week from now, but I really believe that it's going to take off, and when it does, the premiums are going to go through the roof. So also, we have our Discord channel. We go over all these trades, the charts. We look for different calls to get into. We discuss them. We do live streams to where we discuss them. We actually do live trading. And if you're interested in getting in and getting plugged in and making more money, I know that a lot of people in my Discord have done very well. One guy was in it 2 days and went up 9% on his account. Another guy's been at 2 weeks, and he's up almost $10,000 on his account. And there's many, many more that are making money. So I don't know of anybody in our group that's actually losing money based on trading the way we're trading. So they may have some old calls or something, or old puts or whichever. But for the most part, everybody's doing real well. It's no drama. And if you'd like to get plugged into it, there's a link down at the bottom to get onto our Facebook page. And once you get on there, you can sign up. If you have any other questions or anything, let me know. I'd be happy to help. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you tonight.